Hey folks, the Red Scourge here. Welcome back to the Miami Death Penalty Dynasty. This week is versus number 1 Virginia Tech in Miami. This is one of the few home games that the Hurricanes have all year, and that's simply because the game didn't let me schedule all away games. As you can see by the standings here, it's not looking so good for the old Hurricanes, sitting in last place in the ACC there. Yeah, this one was a tough one. The first drive of the game with the Hokies on offense, I stopped them for a field goal, and I was feeling pretty good about it, even though I'd opened up the game with an offensive drive followed by a punt. And I was feeling pretty good coming off that stop, and honestly, I don't like to foreshadow too much of the games to come in my voiceover, but it was really just all downhill from there. I imagine that's probably kind of a foregone conclusion when you see a team this bad playing the number 1 team in the nation. But yeah, it was. I made some plays, but it was pretty ugly. I wasn't able to get anything going on the ground, and normal runs that are kind of, I won't say broken, but a lot of the types of runs that you're almost guaranteed 4 or 5 yards in this game, those shotgun inside zone runs, and even some of the those power trap runs to the inside, weren't working at all. I'd be getting hit behind the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage, and on top of that, the passing game was just terrible. My QB was super inaccurate, which he probably should be all year, but I decided to go with stock sliders coming into this dynasty, and I don't want to change right now. I might consider changing at the end of the season, but he's probably more accurate than he should be in a lot of games, but in this game, EA decided he was going to throw the ball wide and over the heads of many of the targets, so it gets a little dicey. Something that occurred to me maybe a week or two ago, I believe when I played this game and I looked at my job security, is that it's really possible that this coach is going to get fired. Winston Moss is going to get fired at the end of the season. For some reason, the coach goals are set to 8 wins, which obviously is total hogwash, but the game doesn't really account for this sort of setup where a team's going to be this bad. They just assume it's Miami, and even after all the edits I made in the Dynasty editor, none of that's changed, I guess. So I think what I may do is at the end of the season go in, and I believe I can edit coach job security, and I may have to do that because getting 1 win in this season I see as a major victory for the program. I'm hoping to get another win still towards the end of the season here. We'll see. I think it's just ACC teams from here on out, but I thought that was kind of interesting. I've never been fired from a job in this game before, so that will be an interesting one to deal with. One other thing that I thought is interesting enough to mention in a video is that there's another channel doing a Miami Death Penalty Dynasty, and I have really no way to know whether he watched my channel and got the idea. Obviously, like I said when I kicked this thing off, this wasn't my idea. This, other people do death penalty dynasties. I've never seen them done like this. I'm a bit of a stickler for realism as much as possible. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. I started doing this channel in July of 2019, and he launched his kind of intro video to the Dynasty maybe about a month ago. And granted, his videos are a lot better than mine. Good production values. I think he's using After Effects for fancy logos and different graphics and stuff, so that's cool. But the thing that always bothers me about some of these other death penalty dynasties is they just use a team builder team. And while that's all right, you set a team builder team to a cupcake default stock roster, and you're still going to have guys in the high 70s. You might even have a couple players in the low 80s. For this guy's video, one of his safeties was a 77 overall, and in the intro he was saying something about him shutting down half the field in the first season. And I'm just thinking, you know, like the only template we have for any of this is that SMU death penalty, and they didn't do anything for a long, long time. They were not shutting anyone down, and I just think it's funny, but it gives me a little bit more motivation to keep doing these videos because I feel like I'm doing it as true to the real situation as is possible in this game. And I don't know, the whole team builder thing's funny. I thought I was going to go that route, and I decided not to. This is like the actual Miami team from in the game. This isn't a team builder made team. So I thought it would be interesting just to mention that some of you guys might follow him. I honestly don't even know the channel's name, and I wouldn't call him out if I did remember, but like I said, he had some good production values, but I just thought that was real funny. Put a comment in below if you have seen the same video I just mentioned. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I've probably talked long enough. I'm probably gonna play the next game tonight. We'll see if I get it edited and up the end of the weekend. Life's been pretty crazy. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks and not really able to do much because my 1-year-old has been sick as well. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching, appreciate the channel support, and all you guys coming over from Operation Sports and giving me some love and encouragement. Always much appreciated, and it gives me motivation to put up the next one and take the time to edit the next video. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Goes to the fullback, touchdown.
But driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up, I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
That's a great tackle at the 31. Gets it out to the wideout, and he's got the first. He's knocked out of bounds at the 14.
Good job here by the receiver.
And they make the stop at about the 15-yard line. Throws to the tight end, and that falls incomplete.
In the passing game, the chemistry.
It's third down. Throws, and it's knocked away.
Brad, this corner just made a great play on the football. You wonder if he...
Flares it, and it almost had it intercepted.
Sure, we've still got more than a half to play.
He's at the 40. Big play, and it's first and goal. It's the tailback. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. He made a great move to get into the end zone.
There's a perfect play call. They look like they practiced that one a few times.
Fires to his tight end, nothing doing. Jones was the intended receiver on the play. And he tackles him hard at the 44. He's got it with room to run. He steps out at the 34-yard line. He goes over 100 yards in receptions.
You got to...
They'll bring him down at the 33.
That was a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Slings it, and he's tackled right around the 48-yard line. Fires it out, and he's immediately tackled. Throws complete, and he's got space to work. And he's taken down at about the 27-yard line. He's hit and taken down. Zone Blues. Fires quickly, touchdown. tight end. This guy can play some football.
You bet he can. He's such an all-around player. He's just as good at blocking.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And down he goes at the 26. Gives it to the back. Tries to get around the corner. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's all the way home. Touchdown. And the ball game's over. And our final score in this one, Virginia Tech 45, Miami 14. As we take a look at the highlights, Kurt, how would you summarize the action in this one?
We got exactly what we expected to get in this one. Miami came out as severe underdogs, and they were absolutely demolished by a much stronger, faster, and experienced football team.
So that wraps things up for us. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you next time.